Good morning, Indy fans. It's Friday the 19th of February 2021 and it's time for Boris's Best of British Bulletin, episode 31 with me, DaviePHD. In Scots Unionist news, Alister Union Jack MP has hit out at the Scottish National Party, blaming us for Boris Johnson's unpopularity in Scotland. The Tory minister said SNP politicians get up every day and go to work and think, what can I do to destroy the United Kingdom? Showing off his famously astute grasp of the facts, Alister Union Jack said they are a campaigning organisation to break up the United Kingdom, so they're never going to portray the Prime Minister in a good light. He then added Johnson's heart is 100% in the right place. Well, if the placement of Johnson's heart is in the same place as it was when he left his wife in the middle of a cancer recovery for a woman half his age, you'll have to forgive us for being sceptical if it's in the right place. If Alister Union Jack were to perhaps do a little bit of research, he'd probably find that the reason most Scots don't like Boris Johnson is actually because he's a massive bell end. I mean, even in a poll of Tory MPs, he got royally humped by Rishi Sunak and Matt Hancock. Alister Union Jack would also find, if he did a little bit of research, that the SNP doesn't want to destroy the United Kingdom. We just want to leave it. In other Scots Unionist news, I suppose we have to feel sorry for the Sterling Tories. It can't be easy having lost their Westminster seat to the SNP in 2019, particularly when you lose it to the excellent Alan Smith. But it seems they have been taking grasp of the facts lessons from Alister Union Jack MP. Check out this hilarious tweet. Our Indy friends at Phantom Power Films produced a wee video which the Sterling Tories immediately tried to debunk. Badly. Now I have to concede to the Sterling Tories that oil is a finite resource. We will run out of it one day. But I'm pretty sure that an independent Scotland will still have the wind and waves and tides that it's had for millions of years. Unless, of course, Boris Johnson has somehow taken control of the fucking moon. In UK Unionist news, it's been quite a week for Secretary of State for International Trade Liz Truss MP. As you can imagine, when a nation leaves the largest trading bloc in the world, so it can make its own trade deals, the minister responsible for international trade has a busy job. So busy, in fact, that she's decided she's too busy to answer some of the questions which are going to be put to her next week, when she has her 6-weekly Q&A in the House of Commons. All of the opposition party's trade representatives have written to her requesting an explanation. But I think I've found it already. As you may already be aware, Liz Truss signed an international trade deal with Japan late last year. Now this deal almost didn't get signed because there was an issue with importing British cheese. Now you'd think that not being able to export British cheese to a country where 60% of the population is lactose intolerant shouldn't really be a deal breaker, but Liz Truss stuck to her guns, and she got them Japanese tilt. And having played hardball, a deal was duly signed, which included British cheese. But look what happens if you're a Brit living in Japan and you fancy a wee taste at home. Now, the price of British cheese in Japan was never going to be the same price as a Tesco back in Blighty, but £11.60 for 350 grams of British cheddar, or £3.40 for 350 grams of Aussie cheddar. Yep, having a signed trade deal is no good if the terms are shit. It's no wonder she doesn't want the opposition asking too much questions about all the other trade deals. Who knows what the fuck they'll find. Of course, this is the same Liz Truss who proposed selling British lamb to New Zealand, so she has a renowned eye for detail. And finally, some of you may be aware of the number 10 Downing Street e-petitions website. That's the one run by the UK government themselves. If you can get 10,000 co-signatories, you'll get a question asked in Parliament. And I believe if you get 100,000, you get a debate. Assuming, of course, your petition is accepted. Now, someone rather amusingly put a petition forward for consideration to see if England could become independent. as you can imagine, it was filled with the usual shite that unionists try to tell us about how we're dependent on the UK for handouts. Check out the email response he got back when his petition was rejected. I quote, "It included confidential, libelous, false, unproven or defamatory information." It goes on, "We can't accept petitions which make unsubstantiated claims, including claims about English taxpayers subsidising those in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland." Yes, you heard that correctly, folks. A UK government department has told us that claims that English taxpayers subsidise Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland are unsubstantiated. Of course, this isn't new. A previous attempt to get a petition going to dissolve the 1707 Act of Union was also rejected on the following grounds. It's about something the UK government or Parliament is not responsible for. It goes on. "We can't accept your petition because this would be a decision for the people of Scotland, not the UK government or Parliament." So, our UK doesn't subsidise us, and it's not up to Westminster whether we leave or not. Now, I may be mistaken, but isn't that the whole unionist case? Busted by their own government's petitions department? Is that what just happened? I can't wait to see Boris field this question. Tune in next week for more of Boris's bellendary. DaviePHD.